R.E.A.D Dogs by Mayish Goldish. A Furry Helper. When 12-year-old Hannah Castine was in first grade, she hated to read. "I was not a very good reader," she explains. "I really couldn't read at all." Hannah has dyslexia. A few years ago, it was very difficult for her to recognize letters and words on a page. She also had trouble pronouncing words. As a result, Hannah refused to read aloud in front of her classmates. Some people with dyslexia see letters backwards or upside down. Others see letters that look bunched together or out of order. For some, words seem to move around on the page. The word dyslexia, shown on top, is upside down. This is how some readers with dyslexia see words on a page. Luckily, Hannah soon met someone at school who helped her improve her reading skills. Hannah's partner was Kayla, a Shetland sheepdog. Dogs can't read. So, how was the canine able to help Hannah? Over the years, Kayla has helped many kids become better readers. The perfect partner. Kayla the sheepdog helped Hannah read better, simply by being a good listener. Every week, Hannah spent 15 minutes in a quiet area of her school, reading aloud to Kayla. The dog snuggled with the young girl as she read. Hannah was happy. She remembers thinking, "Wow, someone understands and cares about what I'm reading." Kayla looks at a book as a young student reads to her. While reading to Kayla, Hannah felt relaxed, even when she mispronounced a word. She wasn't nervous or embarrassed, as she was with her classmates. When Hannah read aloud to Kayla, the dog's owner, Barbara Babikian, sat with them. She helped Hannah pronounce hard words and explain their meanings. After many months, Hannah was reading faster and with greater confidence. She says, "Kayla helped me a lot. She made reading a lot more fun and easier." Many teachers think dogs are the perfect partners for struggling readers. The animals never laugh at children or make fun of them for not knowing a word or saying it wrong. Kayla with her owner, Barbara Babikian. A new idea. Before she met Hannah, Kayla worked as a therapy dog. Her owner, Barbara, brought her Shetland sheepdog to nursing homes to visit residents there. Later, she wanted to find a way for Kayla to help children too. Barbara heard about a program called R.E.A.D, which stands for Reading Education Assistance Dogs. Many therapy dogs go to hospitals and nursing homes to visit people who are sick or depressed. People are encouraged to pet the animals, which can help them relax and feel better. A therapy dog named Brooks plays with a nursing home resident. The R.E.A.D program was the idea of Sandy Martin. As a nurse working in Utah, she saw how therapy dogs cheered up hospital patients. Sandy knew that kids who read poorly are often unhappy and nervous in the classroom. She wondered, could therapy dogs help struggling readers just like they help sick people? A snuggle from a therapy dog can lift a patient's spirits. Starting at the library. In 1999, Sandy helped create the first R.E.A.D program at a library in Salt Lake City, Utah. Children of all reading abilities were allowed to sign up. Each child read to a dog once a week for 4 weeks. Kids who came at least 3 times were rewarded with a new book, which was autographed by their dog partner. The R.E.A.D program was organized by the Intermountain Therapy Animals, ITA, which is based in Salt Lake City. The group provides therapy animals to people in need. Sandy Martin is a member of ITA. A potograph is a dog's paw print made with ink. As Sandy Martin had hoped, the library experiment was a big hit. Youngsters felt at ease with their dog partners right away. As a result, more READ programs were set up in libraries in other cities in Utah, as well as in other states and countries. In some libraries, children who are too young to read can still take part in READ programs. The dog's owner reads aloud to the child and the dog. Class canines. As the READ program spread to more places, dog owners brought their canines to school as well. When a dog works in a school, not all students in a classroom take part. Instead, teachers or reading specialists pick the children they feel need the most help and will gain the most from the program. Second graders at Sunset Elementary School in Beckville, Texas, learn about READ dogs. Elvis, a golden retriever, is a popular guest at Sunset Elementary School. Students who read to him always look forward to his visits. Sue Ogden, a first-grade teacher, says, Elvis gives them a chance to feel good about themselves and about reading. They consider it a special treat to be allowed to spend time reading with him. Some READ dogs, like Elvis, wear capes or vests to let people know they are working. Growing close. In most schools, students meet with their READ dogs once a week. As the weeks go on, the children and dogs start to feel very comfortable together. During a session, a student-dog pair sits in a quiet part of the classroom with the dog's owner, away from other students. The child can play with the dog for the first few minutes. Then reading begins. Each READ session can last up to 30 minutes. Students and their dog partners often become good friends. Many students like to pet their dogs while reading. This helps the children relax. Often, dogs rest their heads on readers' laps. Some dogs are even trained to turn book pages with their noses or paws. After reading time ends, children can spend a few minutes giving treats to their reading partners. Many dogs like to rest their heads on students. Who's the student? When a child reads aloud to a dog, the dog's owner, or handler, plays an important part. Colleen Foti owns a READ dog named Toby. If a child stumbles on a hard word, Colleen will help by pronouncing it. Then she'll say something like, Toby has never heard the word hooves before. Andrew, can you tell him what it means? READ dog owners and handlers are trained to always speak as if the dog is also being taught, not just the child. That way, the child is less likely to feel embarrassed for not knowing a word. Barbara, Wright, is this dog's handler. She helps a student with difficult words. If the child doesn't know the answer, Colleen opens a dictionary. Together, they look up the word. Then, Colleen explains its meaning while speaking to the dog. She'll say, Toby, hooves means a horse's feet. She may pretend the dog has said something. Colleen will then say to the student, Wow, Toby thinks that is a great word. This collie named Rue helps lots of kids. Rue often looks like he's the one being taught to read. Becoming a therapy dog. The READ program is always looking for more dogs to help young readers in schools and libraries. However, not just any canine can take part. All READ dogs must first be tested and registered as therapy dogs. During the tests, they have to show that they can obey all basic commands, such as sit and stay. The dogs must also remain quiet and gentle, even in stressful situations. A therapy dog must always be calm, even when it sees things that are strange or new, such as a wheelchair. Carol Vickers describes a test that her chocolate Labrador retriever, Summerly, had to pass at a hospital to become a therapy dog. They brought out people in hospital gowns with walkers and wheelchairs to see how she would react. They threw things and made loud noises. Summerlee stayed calm and didn't panic or bark. "She passed," says Carol. Before seeing patients in a hospital, therapy dogs are washed with shampoo to clean off dirt and kill fleas. The shampoo also gives the animals a pleasant smell. A therapy dog receives shots to protect it from diseases that could spread to people who touch the animal. Training for R.E.A.D. After Summerlee became a therapy dog, she needed even more training to qualify as a R.E.A.D dog. She had to be able to sit quietly for half an hour. She also had to learn to look at a book and pay attention as someone read aloud from it. Carol Vickers reads to Summerlee to get her used to listening to students. To train her dog, Carol first laid a quilt on the floor at her home and placed a book on the quilt. She put dog treats between the book's pages. Carol would then say, "Look," and start reading from the book. The smell and taste of the treats made Summerlee look at the book's pages. Over time, Summerlee learned to look and listen, even when no treats were given. To become a R.E.A.D dog, a canine must be able to stay quiet when children in a classroom move around and make noise. A dog should never jump on a person, bark, bite, or growl, even if a child is pulling on its fur. R.E.A.D dogs are trained to listen as well as look when a child reads. It takes all kinds. Any kind of dog that passes all its tests can join the R.E.A.D program. R.E.A.D dogs come in all breeds and sizes, from tiny terriers to giant mastiffs. Some children like small dogs that can curl up in their laps as they read. Other kids prefer big dogs to gently lean against. The R.E.A.D program tries to give children a choice in picking the kind of dog they would like as a partner, big or small. This huge R.E.A.D dog is a Mastiff. Some children, however, are not comfortable around dogs. For these students, the R.E.A.D program uses other kinds of animals, including cats, bunnies, and guinea pigs. Kids can even read to an African gray parrot. A student reads to a bunny. Having a bad day. Even with all its training, a R.E.A.D dog may have a bad day once in a while. Sometimes a dog is restless and wants to move around during the session. The owner may take the animal for a bathroom break or offer it a drink of water before having the child continue reading. A dog's owner or handler is always there to make sure the animal behaves during its session. Sometimes the dog may fall asleep while the child reads. In that case, the owner might say, "Spot has closed his eyes so he can concentrate better on the story." If a dog is having a really bad day and becomes anxious, the owner may end the session early. Children usually are very understanding. After all, they've probably had a few bad days themselves. If a dog falls asleep during a session, some owners may tell the child, "Congratulations! I often read to my dog at bedtime to get him to go to sleep. Now you've done the same trick with your good reading." This yawning dog may soon fall asleep. Everybody wins. Over the years, the R.E.A.D program has been a great success. Most children who take part improve their reading skills. School test scores show they read faster, concentrate longer, and understand stories better. Dog owner Barbara Feldman explains, "When kids read to a dog, right away they start to relax, and pretty soon they enjoy the experience of reading instead of dreading it." Kids aren't the only ones who enjoy the experience. The dogs seem to like it too. They love listening to young readers and playing with them. Each dog offers love and attention, and the child offers love in return. That makes everyone feel doggone good. Today, about 3,500 dogs take part in R.E.A.D programs around the world. Just the facts. Children in the R.E.A.D program can bring their own books to read to a dog, or the dog's owner or handler will bring books for readers to choose from. Teachers make sure the books are right for each student's reading level, not too hard and not too easy. Students often read books about dogs or other animals. The books help the children learn about the ways animals behave and the right ways to care for pets. Teachers find that children who learn to read better usually become better students all around. School attendance improves because kids want to be in class more. They are also more careful about handing in homework. As a result, their grades improve. Common breeds: R.E.A.D dogs, Shetland sheepdog, Golden Retriever, Labrador Retriever, Mastiff, Yorkshire Terrier.